essentially I started the cigar business as a hobby back in 1996. And at that time, I was practicing an attorney in Beverly Hills, and I had a partner who was taking care of making a brand that we started called Indian Tobacco. And I soon realized that there was hundreds of brands during the cigar boom who were launching cigars, and they were all going to go out of business because the cigar industry, the demand for cigars was going down, the quality of the cigars weren't as good, and there were less people smoking cigars. So I didn't want to be one of those brands that end up out of business. So I focused on spending a lot of time in Nicaragua, Honduras, Dominican Republic, asking a lot of questions, learning about the business, spending time in the farms, and the curing, and the fermentation, making hundreds and hundreds of blends over time to educate my palate. And everyone said, you'll never make it. This is a business that's handed down through generations. You have to be of Cuban descent, you have to be of Latin descent. And at that point, it got my antlers up, and I said, I'm going to show them because I know I can do this. I have a great palate. I know that I have the strictest quality control standards, and I made a determination to make a partnership with the Plasencia family, who are the biggest growers of Cuban seed tobacco in the world. And I told them, if you let me have complete control of the factory and you implement the standards in the curing, in the fermentation, in the rolling parlor, and all the strict standards that I want to implement that most people are not doing, draw testing every single cigar, that I guarantee you will have a successful brand. So I worked harder, I worked relentlessly, I burnt a lot of shoe leather, visiting thousands and thousands of cigar shops, building relationships with the retailers, with the consumers. I worked harder than anybody could ever possibly imagine to make a point and to show people that yes, you can succeed if you have a great quality product that is consistent, you build the relationships with the retailers, with the consumers, you think outside the box when it comes to marketing. Our packaging, our bands were very creative, and so we were always progressive, ahead of the curve, thinking about things that most people didn't think about. We outworked the competition, and we delivered great quality, consistent product. And that's what led to our key of success, even though everybody said we could never make it because I was not Cuban or Latin.